such a long time. Come here. I've missed hanging out with you. How have you been? Rough start to the year. But it could be worse. Well, yeah, it could always be worse, couldn't it? Oh, what the heck? Throw in a train wreck. It's one of my favorite quotes. I feel like it applies to life in general. At least mine. You can relate. Okay, well, sit down. Let's make all this a little less crappy and a little more fun. I got the thing you wanted. Yeah, I know how excited you get for this book. Which sign did you want to read this time? Aquarius. Alright, that is, where are we at, even? It's Libra. That's the air sign, so we're on the right track. Aquarius. Found it. It's chapter 9. Gonna leave this here for in a little bit, but first I have a question. Wait for it. Pear, or crushed red berries and lime? Yeah, I found some new cider flavors at the store today when I went to mail a package. Found these, and I was like, I haven't tried them yet. I must try them. 'Cause logic. You think this one sounds good? Did you just pick this one because of the color of my hair? I know this has gotta be some subliminal mind control right there, but like, it matches everything. I'm a strawberry now. Even Jack was like, so I gotta call you a strawberry for a while instead of pumpkin, huh? And I'm like, I had no reply. Let's try to open this. Let me get this bottle opener thing out. Because you know how good I am at this, right? Okay. What I gotta do is first loosen the lid with this end, and then pop it off with this one. And it works. Objective achieved. I just got it out of the fridge, so it's cool. So cool, son of a bitch. Okay. Do you want dance cat or movie cat? Alright. Hold on. that one over here for you. I'll top yours up a little bit. There's still some in the bottle. Well, cheers to a very happy and fulfilling 2018. Nom nom. That's quite good. What do you think? Yeah, citrus. And it's almost as good as the flavored water I made the other day. I could make that one for you sometime. I discovered one of those secret special combos. So cool, son of a bitch. No, but what I did is I just got some limes because limes were on offer. And I cut up 2 limes in 2 slices, about like this size. Put them in a big jar. And then I took like a big handful of frozen strawberries. I counted them. They were exactly 14 strawberries. And I just let the strawberries and the lime infuse in the water. So I filled it up with my crystal water. And it tasted so delicious. The slight sweetness from the strawberries was just phenomenal in it. And the lime really added to it. It wouldn't have been as good if it was just strawberry or lime, but together it was sublime. Pun not intended, but it works. You're silly. Do you like how I decorated? I got these lights for like half off after all the holidays, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking these, please. They have all kinds of special effects. Let me show you for a second. Awesome, right? And they glow as well. Here they just get brighter and brighter. And eventually less bright again. See, dimmer and dimmer until they go out. Or strobe lights. Or smooth lights. You just do the fade in and out thing from just now, but a little bit quicker. More strobe lights. I think that's the one that changes, isn't it? It does one thing for a little bit. This is just lights on. No, that's the one that changes. That one tricked me earlier while I was setting up. Because it's just this regular one for a little bit, and then it changes to something else. Yay, light effects. Twinkle, twinkle, little whore. What? Don't mind me, I'm in a good mood. So, speaking of... and that's an airplane. A little late to be flying over this place, isn't it? Ah, see, now that's the changing one. This is the one I wanted. I feel like it makes for a relaxing atmosphere. It's less distracting than, say, the strobe lights. One of the other ones. And I found that the just the lights on is a little bit static, but yeah. I won't waste any more time. Just one more question. Would you like some snacks with your drink? These are really good. So yummy. I'll leave them here for you. Okay. Now, are you ready to hear about our sexy Aquarius? We're gonna get all the signs eventually. Aquarius is a good choice though, because it happens to be my moon sign, which is very important. Your sun, moon, and rising sign. The three that most dominate your personality. So, let's see what this book has to say about, well, me and anyone else you know who has their sun, moon, or rising sign in Aquarius, or Mars or Venus, because those are the last chapters every time. Okay. Chapter 9, Aquarius. The 11th sign of the Zodiac is the individual and sometimes eccentric Aquarius. Aquarius? Eccentric? No. Although the symbol for Aquarius is the water bearer, a maiden pouring water from a jug, Aquarius is a masculine air sign. These seeming contradictions are of no import to Aquarius. He is on his own path in life, and his sexuality, he is just as unique. This is the sign of the inventor and genius. Did you hear that? I'm a genius. No, but okay, wait, no. Let me interpret this for you. Here's my interpretation of what this description really says. So, Aquarius, right, is supposed to be a maiden pouring water from a jug, but is actually a masculine air sign. Quite the contradiction, isn't it? Well, Aquarius don't give a fuck at all. That's basically what it says, right? And it's true. These seeming contradictions are of no import to Aquarius. Because Aquarians are walking contradictions, but that's okay. It drives other signs wild. Like, Virgos, sometimes Capricorns, or any other like down-to-earth sign. But I don't see why they don't understand that contradictory and even conflicting parts can coexist in one person perfectly fine. Right? When you contradict yourself, people just look at you like, but you just said. And then you're like, yeah, I know what I just said. Or I know what I said the other day. And today, I disagree with myself. My point is, other signs think it's weird or stupid, but Aquarians just kind of take that fact for granted. Alright. The eccentric. As opposed to Taurus, the sensualist, Aquarius is the eccentric. Not every Aquarian is technically a genius, but there's always one part of the personality that is unique and not part of the status quo. That would be me. In the game of sex, Aquarius can be as inventive as in other parts of his life. Be prepared for the weird, wacky, unusual, and electrifying. This does not mean that Aquarius are kinky. Well, that's good. Traditional whips and chains or any other sex movie scenario might be too hackneyed for Aquarius. It's literally just triple X, but I thought I might make it a little more obvious. He wants to follow his inventive whims and has the daring and enthusiasm to do it. His imagination is boundless. When astrology first developed, the furthest planets the ancients could see was Saturn, and Aquarians were thought to be ruled by Saturn. In 1781, the planet Uranus was discovered. I'm just gonna say it that way because where I'm from, we say it that way. And from that time, revolutionary Uranus was considered the ruler of Aquarius. Alright, so I guess they just changed the definitions, and now the sign is confused, and that's why it's a walking contradiction. Yeah, I figured that out all by myself. Genius that I am. I like this. I would buy this again. It's not as good as a blackberry, but I can live with it. Okay. Sometimes Aquarians will be prone to Capricorn-like conservatism. However, as an air sign, Aquarius in the sexual arena is more influenced by thoughts and fantasy than earthly sensuality. This is a friendly sign, and sex and passion are not the be-all and end-all of life. The idea of sex, thinking about it, talking about it, concocting ways to meet that special someone will engage this person's very fertile mind. Why does it make me think of potions? Having sex may feel like an anticlimax because the imagination and fantasy life are so rich. Poor Aquarius. Don't feel bad for Aquarius. Because compared to their imagination, apparently, according to this book, the sex is disappointing. Sexual affairs may challenge Aquarius to investigate this new position, that new theory, or perhaps a group situation. Or who would have thought, right? She believes that having a group of friends is the best part of life. And if that turns into a group, it's okay by her. Her sexual energy is electric in nature, and she can catch the vibes of any interested party faster than any other sign. Fact: more presidents of the United States have been Aquarians than any other sign. No wonder we are one of the leading nations in terms of gay rights and alternative lifestyles. No comment. What turns Aquarians on and off? The major turn-on for an Aquarian is being unconventional. A partner must either enjoy this part of Aquarius' personality or forego the affair. Sneaking into the office computer room and having a quickie is an Aquarian's idea of double pleasure, sex, and a unique spot to enjoy it. Even if you and your Aquarian are at home for a quiet date, you will want to entertain the idea that something unexpected could happen. This is a sign that might erect a trapeze in the bedroom to see if hanging upside down will be pleasurable. Curious. Spontaneity is a major turn on. His sexuality is like a lightning bolt, and he can turn it on and off with incredible speed. When he's on, the effect is electrifying. When he's turned off, there's no use trying to get him in the mood. The battery is low, and only when he recharges will there be any action. Aquarians have lots of kinetic or electrical energy. Making love with an Aquarian can give you a jolt. And if you're not up to it, the energy can be upsetting. Because Aquarius' personality is so tuned in to the currents of contemporary media and computers, he is turned on by a multimedia experience. Making love with your stereo, computer, and television on at the same time is stimulating for Aquarius. Well, that's not where I thought the sentence was gonna go, but I've never tried that actually. I used to hate televisions too. Not just because most of it is crap and nothing that I want to see, but do you remember those old televisions they had where they had those big boxes that were like the size of, I don't know what's comparable. Like they were like huge. The screen was like this big. And they were like cubes. Equally as deep and wide as this screen. And the current, when it flows through these huge boxes, right? I don't know why, but it would always give me the biggest headaches because of that really, really high frequency that you can still hear, but most people just ignore it. And those higher frequencies so obnoxious. It is almost as obnoxious as my neighbor's squeaky door. They have the most horrible squeaky door upstairs. And Jack was like, well, maybe that's their burglar alarm. Because I was like, hey, it takes 5 seconds to oil a door, mate. But no, actually it's more like their my kid is bored and needs attention alarm. Because it's the kid that always just opens and closes and messes with the door that way, just so painfully slow, you know. And it makes a horrible squeaky noise, and then as if it wasn't enough that this child is also screaming on the top of its lungs 24/7. But then the squeaky door as well. It's enough to push me over the edge sometimes. I know, I can't wait to get the hell out of here. It used to be lovely and quiet until those fuckers moved in. I'm glad they're asleep now so we can enjoy our quiet time. Cheers. Our little party. Just you and me. And this delicious cider. And this sexy book. So that was my commentary on TVs and my neighbors. And you have to forgive me if I rant a little bit. We haven't seen each other in such a long time. And I have so much to say that I just can't keep inside me very well, because I'm an Aries and I can't keep to myself. It all comes out eventually. Aww, you're so sweet and such a good listener too. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah. The zone. The wrists and ankles are usually very delicate in male and female Aquarians. Kissing, rubbing, and tickling them is an especially intimate activity. Curious. I mean, I do agree. My ankles are quite delicate. But I'm just a very petite person, so I didn't think much of it. They're very sensitive, too. Are your ankles sensitive? Give me your ankle. How does this feel? What about the back of your hand? Not as sensitive? Huh. What about the other one? Compared to the back? Or your arm? Interesting. Gee, I never noticed that. Oh, I thank you for noticing. Very proud of my tattoos. It's Jack's handwriting. It's cute, isn't it? I really like them. eventually, once I'm moved at some point, I want to get his sigil tattooed on my neck as well. And then I'll be property of Jack, not Joker. They're both playing cards, so it kind of works out. Oh, I'll definitely send a picture when I get that one. Alright. Knowledge is sexy to Aquarians. Do you hear that? Knowledge. Stock a library with books or videos, and you and your Aquarian lover may hole up in a cabin for days and not get bored. An obvious turn-off is boring sameness. Do you hear that, Virgos? Yeah. Also, this is a sign that can be bisexual or have multiple partners without feeling particularly weird or inhibited about it. Can confirm. Not because of me, though kind of also because of me, but mostly because of somebody that I dated for a short time, who was a Capricorn, but had most of her chart in Aquarius. So Aquarians are comfortable with and may even prefer sex with a partner of a different race or culture. For Aquarius, it is all part of the brave new world that they envision, where sensation is paramount and messy emotional displays minimal. Can also confirm Aquarians and Aries do not like emotion. Aquarius is strengths and specialities. Being a fixed sign, Aquarius has considerable energy. The Aquarian is interested in learning techniques that will transmit her erratic but electrical sensuality. She might study Reiki or massage to improve circulation and maximize pleasure. A crash course in the sexual positions throughout history would give an Aquarian all sorts of ideas. Plus, there is the additional pleasure of exploring new cultures. She will feel especially in tune with a lover who's not clinging or demanding. Aquarius cannot be pinned down. Her strength is in her ability to be charmingly non-possessive. Serial monogamy with a few good friends on the side may be the pattern for this sign until she settles down. When she meets a match and starts a family, she will be faithful. Oh, really? What? Essential. Brushing your Aquarian lover's body with your hands can smooth all the erratic thoughts and impulses that may clog his nervous system. Start with your palms and brush downward on the chest, the front of the legs, the back of the legs, and the back of the arms. Finish by putting your hands over his ears and feel how the whole system relaxes. Then head for the futon. Because Aquarians don't like bed, because it's way too mainstream. I made that up. that's interesting because my nose always gets so itchy. Because I've noticed that I do have a lot of electricity in my system. And sometimes I just feel on edge. And it's like my skin is like electric. As you can, well, probably not see. But my nerve ends are always so excited because I'm so sensitive. And I'm easily overwhelmed and overstimulated that sometimes I just have to scratch my whole body, especially my arms all around, to release to release the electricity out of my nerve ends, if you know what I mean. So that helps me calm down sometimes. Afterwards, it really does feel like a release, and like I'm calmer. It almost has a sedative effect. Yeah. Feels really good. Do you want me to scratch your arm too? How does this feel? I told you it's nice. We have so much stuff stored from all the sensory overload all the time. The other one. Yeah. My claws are pretty sharp. Why are those guys still not asleep? Rude. Okay. It feels really good. Fluffy touches, claws. Jack and I took a blog things quiz once, but it was less of a quiz and more of a random name generator. And that one was called What's Your Cat Name? And for me, it randomly generated Fluffy Touches, and I really like it. So I've kept that one. Okay. Anyways. Another little known turn on for an Aquarian is having sex in airplanes. This may be difficult to manage in economy class, but if you have the means to arrange for a private jet, then the phrase flying high may take on new meaning. Aquarius's weaknesses and foibles. This sign is not the warmest of the zodiac. They are wonderful friends, but the nitty-gritty of passion is not part of an Aquarius's vocabulary. Aquarians are not inhibited, just not super hormonal. Sensations and vibes count a lot with them. Aquarius's nerve endings are so highly charged that she can communicate almost telepathically with a partner. True. Her weakness is that she can turn off her energy at will and can even mentally disconnected while making love. True. All of a sudden, more sensual signs such as the water or earth signs may feel abandoned and wonder, who turned off the juice? Well, Aquarius did, because she's the water bearer. So she controls the water, right? I'm on a roll today. I just got all the logic today. Watch me run out like tomorrow for the rest of the year. Okay. Aquarius can separate love and sex better than any other sign. They will be very clear which category you fall into and will not change their mind. Well, that's sad. Like, what if I want both? Date a Libra or Taurus. Okay. It is difficult to get into a sexy rhythm with Aquarius. She will be hot and passionate for 1 week, and then passionately interested in science fiction or something else for 3 weeks. If you pretend you're a Martian or create an equally fascinating fantasy sequence, you may maximize your chances of continuing sex. An Aquarius may not always feel comfortable with random touching and silence. Chatting throughout sex and even spinning a wild fantasy while she's doing it might be a cosmic orgasm for Aquarius. It keeps the body and mind percolating together. I don't disagree with any particular point. Except with my nose itching. I disagree very much with that. It happens. Only around other people, though. Oh my god, I'm allergic to people. My best friend is allergic to kiwi and her nose itches when she smells or eats kiwi. It's like that with me and being around people. Aren't I just unique with my moon in Aquarius and being so smart with all the logic today? You caught me on a good day, I'll tell you. It's a good day. I'm enjoying this book so far. What about you? Good. Okay. Let's get on with the chapter. Okay. The Aquarius man. Remember the 2 rulers of Aquarius, Saturn and Uranus. The Aquarian man ruled by Saturn will tend to be more conservative and cautious. He typically will not have the strong sex drive that Capricorn does. He wants a relationship with parameters and a few quirks, for no matter how much Saturn is in his personality, unpredictable Uranus will still affect his attitude. This type of Aquarian will be more dependable and regular about his sexual relationships. He will be tolerant, interested in expanding his mind, and seduced by innuendo rather than sweaty, hot passion. The Uranus-ruled Aquarian man has a unique place in today's society because he's tuned into the changing nature of relationships between the sexes. He can be content with an aggressive woman or grow his hair long and not mind if someone mistakes him for a woman. Being unique is sexy for the Aquarian. This is the man who, on principle, believes that all people should express their sexuality in whatever way they would like. He may champion gay marriage, bisexuality, and multiple partners all at once. Oh my god. He loves to talk about the possibilities of society coming to terms with messy emotions. He himself does not like to feel messy emotions and wants his sexuality to be free of the constraints of typical monogamy. In his own relationships, he may not be as liberal as his conversation leads you to think. So what you're saying is he's a huge hypocrite. That's what the book said. I didn't make that up. Love the pepper on it. This is like my favorite snack ever. Yummy. Also yummy. All right. Okay. There is a few extras I haven't read. Okay, so the first one is this. The clear, crisp air of the mountains in winter is a tonic and turn on for Aquarius. Consider a vacation at a chalet. After skiing or walking in the cold, plunge into an outdoor hot tub and then run naked into the snow and see what happens. That does sound like a lot of fun. Especially the outdoor hot tub. It's cold outside and there's just the hot water warming your body. Warm body, cool head. That's my jam. So cool, son of a bitch. It's an anime reference. If you get that, you're awesome. Okay. And the other one is this. Bring your Aquarian man a model airplane as a gift. It is offbeat and may wake up the boy inside the man. No. Okay. Back to the Aquarian man, I guess. For the Aquarian man, communication is about sharing his ideas and envisioning a better world. If that includes hugging, kissing, and making love, then so much the better. He will enjoy making love after physical exercise because his circulation is primed. Hot and cold showers give him a tingle, and then he's ready to plunge ahead. When things get physical, maintain eye contact with your Aquarian man. He gives and receives energy through the eyes and is highly stimulated when a connection is maintained. The Aquarian man believes in no inhibitions, but you may find that he is a bit modest when it comes down to being naked with a partner. Don't be afraid to take the lead in sex. Just assure him that he is free, and you will have the best of this very individual sign. I'm not gonna comment on that. The Aquarian woman. This is a cool customer. So cool, son of a bitch. I am mad scientist. I have to look up the birthday of this character. Okay. First of all, the Aquarian woman is ruled by a yang sign and is also interested in being an iconoclast. She loves to break stereotypes. She may be a tomboy or a sleek fashion model. If she is influenced more by Saturn, then the conflict between her desire to be unique and her wish to maintain the status quo puts her in a sexual bind, and she can stay in a rut for a long time. If passion leads you toward an uptight Aquarian woman and you unleash her potential, you will find a rush of passion that will keep you panting and very excited. The Aquarian woman loves to have her lower back rubbed. She tends to be physically fit and may be able to do a few pretzel positions that will surprise the partner. She is game to try anything. Her lovers will always be her friends, because that is the highest compliment she pays anyone. She might groove on the way the hair on her mate's belly leads exactly to his pubic hair, and feel like she has discovered Africa, or enjoy putting a lightning bolt tattoo on the inside of her ankle. Alert. Brush your Aquarian woman's hair, which will probably crackle with electricity, especially in the winter months. Confirmed. She will be happy taking the dominant position in lovemaking. She will also be happy in making the first move because, for Aquarian woman, it is all part of a game that interests her when she is in the mood. Romance is not so important, and atmosphere is also not so important. Communication of the minds that includes physical sensations is important. If this sounds like something Mr. Spock from Star Trek might say, realize that Aquarians are future-oriented and believe wholeheartedly that passion has led the world into chaos. They and their own relationships are trying to right the balance. Setting the scene. The room could be anywhere as long as it is unique and there's lots of space and light. high-rise apartments where you and your lover can see the passing clouds are paradise. The walls are white, the decor is spare but inviting. There is a whiff of Tibetan incense in the air. Incense. And a lava lamp gently pulsing on the side table. In the background you may hear a soft, reedy melody. Things heat up while you are having an intense conversation about the future of the world. Then your Aquarian mentions that in the future people will make love by touching each other's thumbs. That idea appeals, and you move from thumbs to wrists to kissing up the arms. Then suddenly you're both in a reclining position and sure that the future of the world depends on satisfying the feelings between you. As long as the tingly feeling continues, that's how long you and your Aquarian lover will go at it. If one of you lags, then Aquarius will keep her own motor going until things perk up. The sexiest setting for Aquarius is unplanned, unrehearsed sex. It may be erratic, but it is worth waiting for. So go for it. Wherever. And that would be the sexy matches. That is another few pages long. And the Mars and Venus and Aquarius. Excited to hear those? Do you have anyone special in mind? Oh. Well, we'll get to that shortly. Okay. Sexy matches. The hot and not so hot combinations. Keeping Aquarius's famous, cool character in mind. Okay, I've done enough of that, but one more time. So cool, son of a bitch. I am a mad scientist. And remembering that sexual chemistry has its own surprising ways. What do you think the sexiest combination would be? The winner is Aquarius and Leo. Read on to see about the other possibilities. As with all the signs, if you disagree with any of the not so hot combinations, trust your instinct and go with the flow. By the way, if you feel you're more conservative than the following explanations of Aquarius, consult the combos with Capricorn for a fuller view of the sexy possibilities. Oh gosh, the sign is confused. Oh, it's okay, we confuse ourselves, but we're cool with it. So, okay, never mind. Aquarius and Aries. The elements here are inflammatory, air and fire. The ruling planets of these two signs, Mars and Uranus, are also combustible. An Aquarius woman is not fazed by Aries' speedy manner and Laus's fiery charm. All the fire signs warm Aquarius up, and because Aries does not like routine, she understands when Aquarius pops by at 3 in the morning and wants to get close. There can be a lot of laughter there, and Mars's straightforward sex appeal. can keep up with Aquarius' more unusual sexual appetites. The drawback between the two signs is that Aquarius is not as individually oriented as Aries, and even though they may spark each other's interest, their views of life are very different. For best results, make love by candlelight, even in the daytime. Sexy videos, TV, rock music, and other extra stimuli are okay with this combination. Alert. Give your Aquarian lady an electric blue or periwinkle scarf. The color almost always pleases Aquarians. Another gift possibility is an ankle bracelet. I'm not really into blue colors much, though I do like teal, but possibly my favorite is cobalt. It's just such a stimulating color. I love it so much. I'm kind of sad that my colored lamps don't have that as a color option. They should. Have I read this one already? The last sentence was, another gift possibility is ankle bracelet. Okay, good. Yummy. Okay. Aquarius and Taurus. This combination is the battle of the Titans. Both sex signs are enormously willful, and if they have a thing for each other, there will be many negotiations about who does what to whom. Aquarius will talk and Taurus won't listen. Shame on you, Taurus. But between the sheets, the energy of air and earth could make for profound sexual pleasure for a time. I didn't make that up. That's it here. Aquarius can electrify Taurus out of her habits, and Taurus gives Aquarius a feel for sensuality that he does not have naturally. The upper back is the place to begin. This affair doesn't usually last, but the short-term experience may be liberating for both lovers. In Chinese acupuncture, the wrists denote the connection between the body and mind. Put a dab of perfume on your wrists and it will drive your Aquarian man wild. In days gone by, courtship emphasized hand-holding because it was a prelude to greater pleasure. Ooh. Aquarius and Gemini. Air and air are compatible elements, and the surprising nature of both these signs makes them a zesty combination. Both air signs love to talk about sex. This would be the time to try out your phone sex fantasies. Keep a little princess phone under your bed, and you and your Gemini lover will have fun. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, loves the teasing that Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, does instinctively, saying, I will do this to you, or if you're very, very good, I will do that. Gets Aquarius's fantasy life primed for a physical encounter. The best part of sex with these two signs is that they won't bore each other. Aquarius and Cancer. This combination can be called cold and hot. It usually results in misunderstanding and frustration for the Aquarian because he does not enjoy Cancer's vast repertoire of emotional responses. Sexually, it is irritating for these two signs to be together, but Aquarius's love of understanding human behavior may keep him in pursuit as he attempts to fathom Cancer's moody language. An Aquarian who wants to get into a Cancerian's boudoir should lavish attention on the breasts or chest, nuzzling, cupping, and appreciating. To really score, Aquarius should approach Cancer at the full moon. If anything wild and weird is going to happen between them, it'll happen then. Okay. Aquarius and Leo. This combo is hot and a great instance of opposites attracting. Leo is probably the most personally centered sign of the Zodiac, and Aquarius the most group-centered. Their elements are air and fire, and the ruling planets are Uranus and the Sun. The sexual give and take is great because Aquarius appreciates Leo's passion and needs the warmth of the sun. And Leo needs an audience and sparkles in trying to get approval and energy he needs from Aquarius. They could spend a very successful affair fighting, making up, and trying to understand each other, all the while having great sex. It can be naughty because both signs can be exhibitionists. At that office party, after they leave the door slightly open, you may catch a glimpse of Leo and Aquarius standing against the wall in a posture that is comfortable for only one thing. Leo and Aquarius should emphasize the spine, rubbing it, massaging it, or turning upside down. And if you have a tape of audience applause and play it every time you make love, you will definitely please your Leo. Well, that isn't hard to get nowadays. You can download one from YouTube and play it on repeat. Definitely. Aquarius and Virgo. Different elements, air and earth, and different qualities, fixed and mutable, mean that these two live in different worlds. Looking at just sex, there are some possibilities here because Aquarius is turned on by Virgo's charm and consistency. She may pursue the virgin to find out what makes him tick and will love the feel of his skin and the clean scent he exudes. Aquarius imagines that Virgo's sexy talk and proper behavior is a cover, and underneath he is as unconventional as Aquarius. This is a fantasy. As soon as she discovers that Virgo really does like being conventional, the affair loses its spice. Oh. That's just so humorously accurate. What do you think? Sleeping together after sex may be too bumpy for these two. Have a big bed, or better yet, 2 doubles side by side. That's a big bed. 2 double beds. Aquarius will want a friendship with this lovely creature. That is Virgo. And that means sometime, and if that means sometime in a bedroom that is too clean and orderly for Aquarius' sense of decor, then so be it. This is not usually a lasting combination. Well, who would have thought, right? Aquarius and Libra. The friendly and flowing trine relationship between Aquarius and Libra makes this a good, sexy match for a short or long-term connection. Aquarius loves the romantic and beautiful Libra. Who doesn't? And although Libra will usually protest that Aquarius is too different, she enjoys a match of the wits and the love of mental stimulation they share. This is an air combination that will love the sound of each other's voice. When it gets down to doing the deed, usually at the beginning in the dependable missionary position, Aquarius will have to make some effort to keep Libra's romantic fantasy quota filled. You may both find that one word or even a thought propels you into bed. Unless there are deeper ties of a commitment, Aquarius might get bored with Libra. Libra is more conventional than Aquarius and does not like exciting or weird sexual positions. But before the blah set in, this will be a stimulating combo. It's like I sit down to talk to somebody and suddenly all the cat hair in the world is just flying onto my nose. And I don't even have a cat anymore. That doesn't mean that there still isn't cat hair on anything. There definitely is cat hair on everything. But it's kind of unfair. Okay. Aquarius' ability to have different partners will not wash at all with Libra. Be sure to keep the other friends a secret, or Libra will be gone and you will both miss out on a charming relationship. That book just told you to cheat on a Libra and keep your affairs a secret. That's bad. Bad book. Shame on you, book. Oh my. Okay. Aquarius and Scorpio. This is a meeting of equals in terms of energy, fixity, and power. Aquarius' fantasy life and everything is possible sexuality appeals to Scorpio. This can be a kinky combination with S&M possibilities. The dominance aspect between these two signs can change frequently because Aquarius is erratic and Scorpio needs different stimuli. when you get right down to sex, the energies between these two may be more mentally intriguing than physically satisfying. But what a conclusion to come to. Aquarius and Scorpio will get off on the exploration. Aquarius and Sagittarius. The combination of the elements air and fire means that at last Aquarius has met a talker that will be able to keep up with her. This combination makes for friendly, compatible sex and lots of motion. These two will do it in a car, train, ship, or wherever. You may find that in the midst of lovemaking, Sag is talking and Aquarius is listening, and then vice versa. If you focus on using this oral facility in a more physical way, you and your lover will be more than satisfied. Humming a tune while engaged will also increase the vibrations. Essential. Aquarius and Sagittarius often share a love of the same colors. Emphasize gifts of clothing in rich blues and greens, and you will be well on your way to having a good time between the sheets. Sag and Aquarius can be silly and playful together. Sagittarius is also a freedom-loving sign, and Aquarius is no problem with that. Sag will demand total honesty, though, if Aquarius's other friends become lovers. Aquarius and Capricorn. If your Aquarian is more ruled by Saturn than Uranus, a combination with Capricorn will work well. However, the less conventional Aquarians will chomp at the bit when confronted with Capricornian conservatism. Even though their life views are very different, the naked fact of sex can be satisfying. Sexually speaking, Capricorn has more libido than Aquarius and does not need fantasizing that Aquarius loves to get them going. Aquarius and Aquarius. This may be a battle of the eccentricities, but at least the players understand the beat of the different drummer that rules them both. Sexually speaking, one of the lovers may be slightly more Saturnian than the other, and part of the kick of this relationship will be to introduce the more conservative lover to the wild and wacky Aquarian world. Surprise trysts, weekend workshops on Kundalini enhancing postures, as well as sex any irregular way that appeals, will be the path to a sexy relationship between these two very individual people. Making love in the shower or the pool may particularly turn on this combination. With all that electrical Aquarian energy, they both might need soft, caressing water to remind them of their feelings. Aquarius and Pisces. Water and air can create a beautiful bubble relationship, and Pisces loves to feel secure within a cozy world of sensation. However, in general, the frisson between these two signs is short-lasting and not satisfying. Different rhythms predominate. Pisces likes to swim in sexual feelings, An Aquarius likes to hop around from one sensation to the other. If you catch each other long enough to get together, concentrate on tickling each other's feet and ankles. It could be the beginning of a short-lived but fun affair. Now all that's left is Mars and Venus in Aquarius. Oh no, so you were doing so well for like a minute. Oh god. Alright, last bite. Okay, Appendix B, blah blah blah. Okay, Mars and Aquarius. Mars and Aquarius usually forges intense friendships that may or may not include sex. The thrusting, charge-ahead energy of the god of war is tempered when he is placed in an Aquarius, because Aquarius is about thinking and mental stimulation, not always about acting. That made no sense. Is that a wrong comma placement? Never mind. Expect surges of sexual heat with the sign. Mars and Aquarius may not be interested in having sex for weeks and then get on a roll and want you available now and for the next week. My Mars is in Aquarius. I'm usually interested. Then something else catches Mars and Aquarius' attention, and it's back to a sexual fast. The best way to encourage a more consistent flow of Nuki is to talk about things that interest her. That's true. To start with the abstract and move to the physical is the only way to get to the person with Mars and Aquarius. A wonderful gift for a person with either Mars or Venus in Aquarius would be jewelry with an aquamarine stone. The clear blue reminds these people of the limitless sky. It's a pretty stone. Ironically, while I do not like this color on my hair, I find that this color on my hair works really well with aquamarine. The contrast kind of... It's a pleasant contrast, if you know what I mean. Venus and Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius denotes a very self-possessed person who may not need sex all the time, but when in the vicinity of a charming guy or girl, is happy to let coolness go and see what happens. As with all Aquarian placements, there is an emphasis on friendly communication. Communication. Pats on the back, hugs, and tussling your hair may be the subtle clues the Venus in Aquarius person has that special tingle for you. Aww. I like playing with people's hair. Only people that I love, though. I guess it's self-explanatory, isn't it? Like, why would you touch someone? Why would you want to touch someone you don't love? This placement is also not particularly modest or uptight about sexual relations. If it happens one night, fine. There may be another occasion, or the two of you continue being friends. Men with this placement will pursue a very individual, creative type of woman, and women will enjoy a unique type of man. There are no hang-ups there about a relationship between people of very different ages. My Venus is not an Aquarius. It's in Pisces, but it's fine. How did you like this chapter? I gotta do something about my nose at some point. It just always happens. I don't know if it's a nervous thing, if it has anything to do with my social anxiety, but every time, especially when I feel watched. I was out at McDonald's one time in the middle of the night, because that's the only place that is still open here in the middle of the night. And it wasn't even the middle of the night. It was like 11. And I was having some coffee. And I swear somebody was watching me, because my nose just would not stop itching until we got back outside. I was like, am I allergic to something in here? But it's happened in all kinds of different places. At the sushi bar, at other bars, anywhere. Anywhere where there's people, really. In live streams. Anywhere. I don't know how to fix it. Are you hungry? What do you want to do next? That sounds good. I could start cooking something. I bought lots of stuff. Definitely way more than I can ever eat, but I thought that was better than to be lacking something and then have to walk all the way down the hill to the nearest grocery store again. Because I don't order groceries online anymore. I had to break up with my online grocery store. Because, okay, fucking scandalous, right? I just, a week ago, I went to order groceries as normal, right? So I bought like 45 euros worth of groceries with like organic veggies, some ham for my morning toast, some butter and stuff. And yeah, so it was like 45 euros worth of stuff. And then for some reason my total came up to 60 euros. And I was like, oh hell no. And so I analyzed what was wrong with that bill. And I was like, first of all, they upped the free shipping threshold from 40 euros, where it was before, to 80 euros. I was like, what the heck? First of all, 40 euros was pretty damn reasonable. Like, every site does that. Every site has their threshold at about like 30 to 50 euros, but 80 euros worth of stuff for free shipping? Are you fucking serious? And so anyway, so of course I didn't need 80 euros worth of stuff. Like, I'm just one little hermit bean. I'm not a family with fucking 5 kids or some shit. I don't need a month's worth of staples right fucking now. And then I saw that the DHL package delivery was the same as always, was like $5. But then they also now charge you $5 extra on top. So it's 5 plus 5, so it's $10 for the evening delivery service, which is outrageous because, you know, it used to be free. Right? Because instead of paying $5 for someone to wake me up in the middle of my sleep time and get me my groceries, they would bring my stuff to my door for free. And now they want $10 just to get me my stuff. And I'm just like, you can't charge money for something that used to be free and expect people to be very happy about it, right? That would be like me after having made free videos for years, just suddenly deciding, alright, I'm gonna charge every person $10 just to be able to view my video. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I assume people would not be very happy about it. And neither was I. And then, get that. On top of that, they also want another $5 if anything at all needs to be cooled. Like butter or ham, right? And that used to not apply to the delivery service, because they don't need the giant cooling bags, those like gel packs that they pack the stuff in so it stays fresh after like 2 days inside a package. They don't need that with a delivery service. They just grab the bags out of the warehouse and ship them to people. It doesn't take very long. But guess what? Now it fucking does. And so I was like, okay, cancel. So I hit cancel and never went back there. But I imagine it will only be a matter of time before they go, oh shit, we made a huge mistake. Because that's look. They have lost a loyal clientele is what I meant to say. Because most people who shop for groceries online aren't families with fucking 5 kids. Right? They're little hermit beings like me who have social anxiety and can't function very well. So, yeah. Maybe they'll just like retract those changes eventually and then be sneaky about it, you know, like the government just raising bus fares by 20 cents like every 6 months or so for years until it's like 3 times what it cost before. Yeah, it's just remember when the euro was worth shit? Okay, I should stop rambling now, and I should catch an excellent dinner for us. I want to make some pulled pork. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brown some onion first, some yellow onions, because I'm not a dum-dum, and I know that that's the only way onion tastes good. And then I'm gonna add some carrots and some potatoes. And then just lay some pork steaks over it and slowly cook it for like an hour. Yeah, until it's like very soft. And then I can make a stew out of the veggies and I can have a pulled pork stew. Sounds good. Okay, well, I'll be in the bathroom real quick fixing my nose. And you stay here and finish your drink. Oh, if you want, you can like pick out a movie to watch while I'm cooking. There we can just